Happy morning, everybody. Good afternoon and a wonderful evening. As part of manifestation science, we understood there is a field of infinite possibilities of energy from where everything is coming. Everything is coming from there. Our observation is collapsing the possibility. And the concluding statement was that if thoughts and feelings are the reason of what we are creating in our life, then we need to change them to create something different. Now, one of the core reasons why our thoughts and feelings are not where they need to be, even though we set goals and we dream about them, which we'll learn on Friday. We all set goals, it's obvious. Thoughts and feelings have to be different. So, thoughts, the main way to change the thought to what we want is to set a goal and then dream about it. Even though many people set those goals, but many a times we still are thinking something different than what we want. And that's because of feelings, emotions. Emotion is in the body, feeling is in the mind. Two sides of the same coin. So these emotions are deeply there of the past, which is constantly telling you it's not possible, which is constantly making you doubt of any kind, which is constantly making one feel either guilty or feel lack that I don't have adequate skill. So these emotions that are there are being constantly healed by meditation. Now people are saying, I feel like crying. I feel like laughing. I feel like now after coming to meditation, suddenly my anger level is increasing. I feel like I'm shouting a lot more in the initial stage. There is this comments being the observations, experience being shared. It is a natural phenomena through meditation that we are pulling out all past suppressed emotions, because if we don't release that emotion, then we're holding on to an emotion, then it is a memory. And if we relived and relived an emotion, that's when it becomes a stronger memory. So when it became a stronger memory, then it is subconsciously constantly projecting. When it projects, when it comes up, when we try to meditate, it makes it difficult for us to go on to the other side. You try to empty the mind, but then this thing is somewhere deep inside, it keeps coming up. And that is the way. Meditation is either slowly weakening a connection. As you're learning something new, it weakens old connections. So you let go old memories. It's a great way. Either you make new connections, let go, then it weakens the older connections around. So the chances are there are all of these past programmed events and incidents which are nothing but a whole set of emotions that are associated with. So either it is removing them, or then it has no option but to bring it up, bring them up to the surface. That means they are coming up like a muddy water, that it has to shake it up and then bring it up. For some time they're going to be there. So we have both options. So both are fine. There's nothing wrong in any of them. So those suppressed emotions which are there as strong beliefs, either they're going to come out and say, that's why some people are experiencing that I feel like, I'm tearful and I just feel something is holding me real strongly in my heart when I do this meditation, or definitely that heart opening gratitude. But they're designed to free us up, to free ourselves up. So we have to, dear friends, of our body consciousness in meditation. At least we have to let go of the body consciousness whole day, but at a minimum, meditation, thanks to COVID, meditation is making it very, very individualized here. We're all in the comfort of our home, so nobody even bothered about what you're doing, not doing. So let go, release. You have to cry to your heart's content, right? When a child, suppose we are walking in a group and suddenly one elderly person falls off. If a child is there and adult is there, what is the difference in behavior? What will child do? He'll just laugh. If he gets laugh, first thing he'll do is just laugh. Because if the fall is a funny way, then he gets laugh, right? He'll laugh. I'm thinking where there's no something serious happened, but just what does the adult do? Even the adult also feels funny and then he wants to laugh, but adult doesn't laugh. Oh, they'll mind, or they'll do this, they'll do that. Adult already learned to live for others, right? So we just suppress it. We hold off that emotion right there. Laughter is held off. So why laughter comes as, am I suppressing laughter? Of course we're suppressing laughter all the time. Unless you become a child, you cannot enter the kingdom of God by Jesus Christ. So kingdom of God is that universal energy, that quantum field. And unless we become a child, so it means we have to become that free. We have to start expressing ourselves that freely like a child. So we have to let go, dear friends, become more and more free. So starting tomorrow, we will do as much as possible. One of the things is emotionally holding back is something may have happened in your childhood or in school, or somebody might have laughed off if you're sharing in a group. That emotion is there. And so now we don't want to share in a group, right? We feel the shyness or withdrawal or fear of failure, and somebody is going to judge on us, whatever if I didn't do right, speak right. They all are held back. They are derivatives of that event or incident that happened in your childhood, and as a result, now we don't do many things that are in the group. It all comes from childhood, where somebody would have made a comment of this way, that way. So, this sharing in the group is like that. We want to release some of those old emotions because of which you're holding back. You want to ask a question, then you feel, is it silly question? Am I going to be judged? Will I become vulnerable because I share this? Somebody is going to now take this point and then going to utilize against me if you are in an office setting where the colleague knows you. Who cares? As we learn, the power is with us, inside us. That field is infinite, and I go and then become that field. So I have that infinite power. So we go into nobody. From nobody, we become everybody. When I say that, that's the meaning. We become nobody. We draw everything off. Then we become part of the energy field. Then we're connected to everything. So we become everybody. So we have the whole power of this universe with us. Then we put our thought and observation, what we want, and then we take it. That means we are setting a clear goal and then keep working on it. Then it's going to find that possibility, a whole set of pattern of all those complex set of pattern of electrons combining from all over the world. They all come together and collapse as an event for us. It happens. So we can recognize that we have that unlimited power. So who cares? I mean, if somebody thinks some way, we know that 90% is here, the way we interpret, so we just let go. So the sharing is for that. We also, while there is a learning aspect of it, but sharing is also letting go. And that's how I became, by the way, a public speaker, if you will. I was a very, very shy person, not talking to anybody other than myself. And I was very good at academics because that's naturally came to me. If I don't do anything else, then I got to do something. So I was reading, studying. But after meditation, I became quite a bit talkative. Seriously, I was not talking at all, very little talk. I used to dread to talk in a group. Before I was an architect in the United States in a company and a team of 50 people staff meeting, never ever used to open my mouth. Only with my mentor one-on-one I used to talk. Because some way that fear, I was still very good. I mean, excelling. People who recognize I used to get awards, but still now I used to open mouth. So friends, emotions are there. We got to express them. Otherwise, it keeps coming in the way of we stepping into the quantum field. We accessing that. It keeps coming because we got to free ourselves up, number one. And we got to continue to keep ourselves free by staying as a child. So book clubs are there, participate. WhatsApps are there, participate. Counselors, of course, is more one-on-one, fine. So that's more, you have something deep issue that you want to talk to them, something more confidential, sure. But let's also be, participate actively. So we will have our fabulous leader, Susie, and somebody else starting tomorrow. Every now and then, we'll have some dancing songs before we start meditations. We get free ourselves up, so participate before meditation, 6 o'clock, before 6 o'clock, if you're joining us by maybe 5:40. So then we can become free, some, right? Shake that leg and then become free. And then let go of the body. As we let go of the body, we become free. And then in meditation, when you're feeling anything of any emotions you want to express it. That meditation session may go away, it doesn't matter. What's more important is what is coming out, express it, right? Same way during the wakeful time, if you feel that it's coming more, I know you need support, extra support during those days where some people express a little anger. If the people around, you can talk to your family and say, you know what, meditation is pulling out some of this suppressed thing. It will go away, by the way. Everything is happening will go away. It's only temporary. But you can talk to your family. Hey, at times I might just say something randomly, or I might just feel like suddenly I may withdraw. There is some of these emotions fluctuate, especially in the initial stage. Explain to your family members and then gain their support. That for a few days they'll be there. Few days. And this part is only for a very, very small percentage. A majority doesn't have to think about it. But what it's doing is we're pulling all the emotions out of the body and mind. So we're getting ourselves free and free and free. The more free we are, the more we can program ourselves with the newer things. So I want to connect back and say meditation either is bringing up the emotions out, but another way you can do it is by expanding your knowledge. When you expand your knowledge, then it is weakening the emotion connection inside the memories, and then this nicely takes them away without even express it outside. So that's another incentive of why you want to go back and either read the book or join the book clubs, or go and listen to a lot more videos, right? But expand. Spend that time, extra time. I was certainly spending at least 3 hours a day during the 2002, where I was like on a mission. So during that August, September, October, at least 3 hours on myself in reading books, in meditating. And I was doing that. So see if you can get that time. And then you are getting that time, because meditation is helping many people to sleep less. So use that time. Don't put yourself to sleep, and then use that time. So let's go into meditation, dear friends. Today is breakout room day. I think last time I explained it. For new people, breakout room is where at the end of this meditation, we are organizing all of us into multiple rooms. There is a concept of virtual room. This whole thing is one room right now. So there's a concept of virtual room within the same bridge. You don't have to do anything. There'll be 11 or 12 virtual rooms created, and all of us are assigned into them. So we go off into those, and for each room, which is named after your WhatsApp group, there'll be a facilitator. It'll take a minute or two for you to transition in from this place to the other place virtually, thanks to technology and Zoom. And so we are in that, and then there is a facilitator, which is the WhatsApp group team leader. Team facilitator will be there, will be facilitating for sharing. Your WhatsApp group team facilitator may not be whom you may be interacting today. It's a random assignment. So you may be in Robin Sharma group, but you may be actually in WhatsApp, but you may be actually talking to the facilitator of Seth group. Okay, it doesn't matter, but you are there to share, more individualized, meaning in a smaller group. That's all it is. Because here 450 people, I only get 10 minutes to share with you. So we are doing that in a parallelly, right? So that will happen as soon as meditation is over. You don't have to do anything. Just wait for a minute. By the time that facilitator comes there and starts the engagement conversation, and don't leave because you suddenly see that only 3-4 people are there. So it's not true. It'll take a minute for at least 50 to 60 people to come together into that room, right? And so then you'll be sharing with them. So stay there for a minute or so, and then you are fine. So with that, friends, relax yourself. For the newcomers, we are doing Anapanasati, breath mindfulness meditation, which is the simple posture of closing our eyes, specs removed, fingers into fingers, and then rest your hands comfortably in your lap, and then cross your legs at ankle. 3 things we do. So cross your feet at ankles, fingers into fingers, rest your hands comfortably in your lap, specs removed, eyes closed, observing your normal natural breath. Breath in the nose, anywhere, you observe that breath is going in, coming out. And as you observe, slowly, our mind becomes empty. The goal of the meditation is to empty the mind. We do that by observing a normal, natural breath. Thoughts come, then we come back and observe the breath. Music plays, but if you are getting distracted because of music, but still come back and observe the breath. Music helps to go into the deeper state slowly. Right? Thoughts come, but come back and observe the breath. Our whole meditation process between observing the breath, going to the thought, observing the breath, is mind is pulling us back to the thought, come back here. Keep coming back. We just keep oscillating between these two states. But as we keep practicing, we'll keep observing the breath. Slowly, we'll increase our duration. And before that, starting the meditation, we are elevating our hearts with higher emotions like love and gratitude. We relive a moment from our life for love and gratitude. There are loving moments, grateful moments, compassionate moments. By doing so, we can get our hearts filled with love and gratitude or compassion. So I'll be guiding for that. Just follow my guidance. It's easy.